welcome again to this tutorial for doing a 5-chord Celtic knot band. Okay, this one's a little bit more involved. Looks quite good though at the end, I think. Okay, so let's look at how I've set up my grid this time. I've got square units along this first line of 10 by 10, so 10 there, 10 there, 10 there, all the way along. And then I've got a second row which is only 5 units. 5 units in this case, but normally it's half. So if it was 20, then this number would be 10. If it was 50, this number would be 25. So half of 10 is 5. So that's how we got the 5. The same here, when it's offset, it starts halfway in the middle of this square. So in this case, that would also be 5 units. Okay, so hopefully that's clear. Might need to take some time to study that. First thing we want to do is draw in some guidelines. So we'll draw in a zigzag line and extend that all the way through to there, to there. Basically we're putting lines all the way through everywhere. So it's all crosses at the top. Oops. And it's continuations of the crosses on the bottom. So it's like it's just extended this line out to here, this line's extended out here, and this one here. So the next thing we want to do is draw in some arcs. Similar to the other tutorials, we want to get this so it's looking kind of nice continuation. I mean, if we had it too shallow, that just looks terrible. And the same thing if it's too high up, it doesn't join. So that's what I mean by having a nice smooth sort of look between them. So let me copy our arcs along, and we can copy this same one. Works quite well, so we'll use that. Okay, now all we need to do is start adding some thickness. So I don't know, we'll make it a bit thicker this time than normal. Maybe that's a little bit too thick. Perhaps to there. And you've got to really be careful here because it starts to get a bit confusing if you're not used to doing this with the amount of lines that we're going to have. You can probably, if you wanted to, start deleting some of the guidelines off as we're going. So okay, we won't go too far, we won't go all the way across. I don't want to bore you to death. Okay, so now we can delete some of these guidelines in the middle. We'll probably get rid of these white boxes too. You can see it's starting to come together a bit. Okay, now what we need to do is do our over and unders. So this first chord will make it go over, and then it can go under, and then it wants to go over again, and now it wants to go under, and it's gone under there, so it wants to go over here. So we'll erase these lines in the middle, and you can see it's starting to take shape. Here it's gone under here, so we want it to go over here and under there, and we've got over here, so it wants to go under. So oops, I got the wrong way around there. You can do that at times. You're looking at these lines so much it can be very confusing. And here we've got it going over, so we want it to go under here. So there we go. So that's the basics of the 5-chord knotwork. Bit of a pain to deal with when you get to chord intersections, but I'll maybe cover that in another tutorial. Hopefully that's been helpful. And if you have any comments or questions, as usual, please leave them below. Thanks.